to beautiful Boone, North Carolina, Kid Brewer Stadium, home of the App State Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Mountaineers will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Tulane right back to the line. On third down, he drops the throw. The quick out. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no huddle.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And you saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
Going right to work up top. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get him to the 32.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Cruz. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Mountaineers will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
Trying to run it in, and he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, App State.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Reads it, fires complete. Oh, what a move to get open. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tulane.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he tacks on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when to go. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Tulane right back to the line. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got it. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Never a doubt they lead the offense on the field. 4th and short from the 48. Trying to get it to the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think because of where they are on the field right now, close to midfield, made that decision a whole lot easier for the head coach to decide to go for it on that 4th down.
They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. And the Mountaineers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on first down. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Tulane right back to the line.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
He's got him. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. We've reached the break, and Appalachian State has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Mountaineers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. gets it out fast. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Mountaineers line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
About to have the 9th snap on this drive. You don't want to settle for a field goal. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field after giving up that score. Now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rushes on him. Escapes trouble. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
I know it's early in this game, but man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job. Already built a huge lead. Now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the bootleg. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed, but really nice coverage.
A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Works the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense in an empty set. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Good enough for a first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. Line getting set on 2nd down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Looking left. Finds his man open. And they swarm him under. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Touchdown, Green Wave! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate.
Intercepted! A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a 1st down in the waning seconds of the half. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Bring in the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat Boone when that town is buzzing as it is today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Kid Brewer Stadium.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Off play action on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defenses.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Makes it past the marker. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Tulane right back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Appalachian State faithful, raising the roof and trying to help the Mountaineers on third down. Throwing right. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Going to swing it on second down. Finds his man. It's Stevens. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll throw on third and short. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Appalachian State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he's able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good.
That makes the score App State 31 Tulane.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the punishment has been extended.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They're dealing with a second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Here's the pressure. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Greenway. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy.
He's looking, pressure's coming in. The pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Cruz. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Let's go. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Let's see what they do on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he makes the catch. Rams him with the stiff arm. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open. They'll start this drive going to the air. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Tulane right back to the line.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs. And
catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Tulane. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Makes a catch at the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, App State. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On to attempt the try. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. All wideouts, no backs. To the air on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly. And there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
Tulane right back to the line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And how about the complimentary football? This defense getting another sack. They've already got an interception. Offense has played great. Both sides of the football together dominating this football.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be...
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Here we go. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Fires to the right. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Pulls it and fires to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, App State. And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. Turning it on. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down.
Military stunt.
They'll run play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down at the 11-yard line, and now is this 4-down territory, or will they take the chip shot field goal? Timeout called by the offense, 24 seconds left on the clock. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make the play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's